Remember to start the YouTube portion this time. Oh, my headset dead. The hell is that? Justin Bieber versus Slipknot. Do I even want to know what that is? Oh, battery is here. What was this newfangled YouTube poop or something? How you doing, diabetes? What's up, dude? Gonna make dinner. Starving, BRB, alright. Valid. Um, um, uh, I hope this girl who came on site for an issue at work today, and then after she left, she messaged me like 20 minutes later on Teams asking if I wanted to get boba on Thursday. Oh, damn, dude. Is she hot? Oh my god. A mouse. Yo, what up, John Ventura? How you doing, dude? Well, that's the day. Oh, yeah. Did you tell her you're going out of town and you have to meet up later? Gotta go get the boba, dude. Calm down. I'm about to turn on songs. Calm down, dude. I don't. I don't even know, dude. What? Yep. This sure is quote unquote music. did you get a boba tea date a different day ambush? Potentially. Dude, see? You know? Oh, you thought it was a group thing anyway? Oh. You just gotta, now you're looking swole from the gym, so she's like, bro, I gotta get ambush, come and get some boba tea with me. Just relaxing, hell yeah. You drinking some chamomile tea over there again? I got myself some chai tea. All right. I don't know what the hell kind of music this shit fucking is, dude. Rip some. Wipe it on my pants. All right. Ooh. I'm gonna try to keep using the same one. Came with these like reusable ones. I don't know how many times I've used this, but all right. That. Just use our thing. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's so spooky, dude. Whatever will I do? How will I? What if I? What if I turn off all the lights in here? Guys, I think there's something about. Is there something behind me right now? There's something. Ah, dude, it's a giant bear. Anyways, that's the wrong light. All right. I think we're finally changing colors today. We're done with all the stuff that needs to be red. I don't know what's going on with that light up there. It's being ornery. All right. Like we got this relatively saturated. So I could either start on the red thing or I could do silver. Or I could touch up the black. I'll probably touch up the black last. I should probably work on this, figure out this darker red kind of wine color. Whatever this is. It's pretty much that, silver and black. And the black is just touching up the darker red skirt, yeah. This part. I do like a brownish red. That's more like a, I don't know. But pretty much we gotta do all the pinkish red is done. Or should be done, I'm pretty sure. And then I gotta do this. This is the main bigger part, I think. And then I'm gonna go back. I gotta touch up black on some of these places that, you know, it spilled over. But that's like the last thing I'll do. I think I changed my mind on these. I think I might leave this black, and I was gonna do everything silver. I think I might just do the joint silver. I do the joint silver still, but I think I might this back to black. I'll probably try to come up with a color for this darker brown or red brown. Like I have this World Bears red, which is like similar. I bought it because it's similar to that color. I don't know what it actually looks like, but like I feel like that's like I don't know if you can tell the color that well. Like, I might not even have to do anything. I also got just some normal brown that I could mix with this. And then, but it like corn red is more like a. Are you serious? I had this the whole time? This is like the this is like the color I was mixing the whole time. Did I have that the whole time? Oh wait, it's the same color. I got my black. This is like a pinkish thing, but I was gonna use this for the eyeball a little bit. I'm gonna use a combination like these two for the the like eyeball. This one does look. It's so similar. I could have probably just used this. Now, most of the painted spoons were me just practicing painting. But there's only one spoon that's just gotten demolished. When I've been testing the mixed color, this is the tester spoon for is the color close. Anyways, we'll ignore that for now. But I might just try and see what this World Bears red looks like. Oh. It's like a brownish red. There's only one way to find out. That's to test it out. Light is still being blocked. I don't know. It should be alright. Alright, let me give this a nice big shake. little mix up. Take it to the song. What we're working with. Ooh. This might just work. Let's take a little gander. I'll take a little bit out. Ooh. That might work. Just plain off the bat. I don't know if you can really tell that much of a color difference. I'll probably go with this color. This will probably work. Looks closer on the camera than it does in person, I think. Hmm. I don't know. I feel like this would be a fine color. Give it a shot. You can always paint over it. Start with that. Thing this time. Oh yeah, I just thought of something. I forgot this was a thing until I changed someone's status. At your VIP ambush. Look at that. I know it's everything you hoped and dreamed of. I don't even really know what it does, honestly. Besides, it gives you the little diamond. But apparently, I can assign people as VIPs. Refresh, but the song. I didn't. I still have no idea what it does. Literally, Foxy like kept begging me and begging me to make him a VIP because he wanted that stupid pink diamond. You made me VIP. You should make me VIP. I'm like, does that even do anything? He's like, I don't know, but you should make me a VIP. I'm like, what the? You know, we can't support view botters, so I went in the other day and someone's no longer VIP. I was like, you know what? Amber should be a VIP. Whatever it does. I don't know. Vacation ruined him. For real, dude. What I hear. Alright. These bad boys. Uh, This needs to be this color, so I'll paint the whole thing and see what we got. There are only a certain number of slots or something? I don't know. No idea. The only reason I actually did it before is because someone kept fucking bugging me about it. But I think there's only a certain amount of slots. I think it shows me somewhere. Oh, VIPs can perform the following actions: chat without being affected by slow, sub only, or follower modes. Chat without being affected by rate limits. Post links in chat even when links are disabled. I think I have 10. Got plenty to go around. Alright, let's try this color on here. But now you're a VIP. As not that it really does anything currently, but you know, why you weren't one before? I don't know. Probably because I had no idea that it really did anything or existed or that anyone would ever want it. Scuff stream right now. Get a base coat on here. Feeling that's the power. I'm glad that's what that was the plan, is for you to feel it in your loins. I guess I didn't actually test before I started putting it on there. But also, if he ever comes back in here, he'll be all salty about it probably too, because he doesn't have one anymore. He asked about it the first time he came back in here when he was on vacation, and he was like, "Where'd it go?" I was like, "I don't know. It must maybe because you weren't chat long enough. It must have expired or something. I don't know." Game of fight in is that a minute 34? Hour 34? You mean that's when you'll fight him? Or that's how long it took you to beat him? This fight? Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Countdown timer. Oh yeah. You get prepped to kick his ass. Oop. It's a pretty epic song. Amish, did your Final Fantasy raid group just like beat all the raids and then now they're just done? This is definitely darker than the rest of the stuff. Probably the color we're looking for. So it needs a couple more coats or a coat or two. Would be good. Here we go. Maybe once a week now. Week is fucked up though because 3 people are busy aside from me. Oh damn. Real life, man. Papa. Uh, uh, Classic song right here. Right. Clean dry. Dark Beast Ganon. I never played Breath of the Wild songs, but I'm sure it's a banger. Alright. Definitely need to do at least one more layer around the bottom. The top part is probably good. Fix this up here. Boot it a little bit. Alright. Goddamn, I kind of want to play some Warframe soon too, but I'm getting dug into a whole of games already. Uh-oh. You've been buying up a whole bunch of games to play, dude. What is blueprints? Forward Claire obscure for like 10 days from now too. Oh, mystery puzzle game? I haven't heard of Claire Obscure either. They announced the next Super Robot Wars, which is cool because it's a Gundam game. And G Gundam's back in it. I can get Domo to yell some moves. Shining finger. Shining finger. I don't know. Gundam, you know? Right. I think that's gonna be a good color. The other side here. Back to back same pieces. I think this is turning out alright. Good thing I randomly picked up this color. I'm sure I could have used that other color that I had this whole time, but I just apparently I forgot, even though it's sitting right next to me. I decided I wanted to make my own color like some kind of fool. I could have probably been having a much easier time here. But alas. Base coat. Base. You're home. Alright. Our base coat down. Dry for a moment. Alright. Alright. A little wet. Whatever. I still haven't even truly played Satisfactory yet. What? Dude, we could play tag team ambush. We have our own factory. I feel like this camera position is kind of jank. I've played It Takes Two before. I have it. I played it with diabetes. A long while ago. We're rich. Want to play in their new game? New game looks pretty cool. Hey, Ambush, Nice Diamond. That girl you read yesterday has 6 secondary camera arm. Yeah, pretty cool setup, yeah. I need one of those. I don't even know what it is. You better say no VIP allegedly. Yeah, it's a matter of principle. I think that's a little better. Should probably get some better cameras too, you know? I do have a decent mic arm, but rest of my vehicle cars this week. Did you make a vehicle deck? Oh, okay. I ordered my group hug cards, so see when those come. How's dinner, diabetes? Is that an XLR mic? It's a combo. It has an XLR slot, but I don't have an XLR plugged into it. I don't have a DAC. Rokai Genesis Engine is my commander. He's meta, but fucking cool ass card. Gonna give me a Gundam. Asked me to not make a deck. Get the fuck out. Too hot to eat. Forgot to thaw out meat, so I chucked it in the pan with some water. Think it worked out? Oh yeah. Glad it worked out. Did I send you my group hug deck list? Diabetes? Goofy. Second snow, but I know it's hippos. I'll well it's not like it's not really a hippo eat. There's two hippos, but I can shit out hippos. Also, technically the versions might not be the ones I'm using, but are of the cards artwork. Or coding on here. For the deck list is pricey? What do you mean? Yeah, but that could just be the versions of things that I have. Like, I have I guess some old school foil cards are expensive as shit. But there's like two expensive cards in there. Yeah, the Temple Garden, I opened that in a pack when they were in the Zendikar or whatever, when they were doing the what do they call it? Expeditions. And then Divine Intervention's like $170. But realize I've also been playing for a long time, so I have a lot of those cards. It's because it's an old card and it's a reserve list card. And then Teferi's Protection I actually have to buy because I don't have one. But that's the other expensive card. And then like I have a foil Rites of Flourishing. Um the I have like foil Rites of Flourishing is like, I don't know, like 5 times as expensive as normal one, but I just have one. Same thing with Heartwood Storyteller. I have a foil one. Foil's like $15. Normal one's like $2. So it's some of it's the uh you know versions, but the two big cards in there are Teferi's and um uh Teferi's and appreciate the lurk, Demolition Man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the Wrath of God was from like the when they used to do player rewards. Yeah, they're just like 50. I'm gonna buy one, but like because I don't have one, but it's like I'm gonna buy the Japanese one because it's the coolest looking one. Yeah, I should have bought that one, but I'm just gonna buy the Japanese one because it's badass. I don't know if all those are the ones are the versions I'm using too. Like I don't I don't know if did what do I have this do I have the giant forbid in there or not? How much is forbid? Huh? Should be under instance. Okay, the version I have in there is only $1. But like I have the Friday Night Magic one, which is like $20. Like, there's a lot of random shit in there that's like, I don't know if I did all of them, but like I don't know if those are all the right versions. You want a Goodwill auction? 200 Brothers War card? What? They sell Magic cards at Goodwill? What? Do you know what cards they are? Or they're just like 200 random cards? What if they're like auction for Black Lotus? Yeah, I mean that's a lot. Also, if it has a whole bunch of Brothers Land Brothers War lands in there. Those lands are sick. They got like little mechs in the background and stuff. As long as jamming. Probably good. Oop. All right. What up, Walla Walla? How you doing, dude? Clear up some space here. How's your night going, Walla Walla? Oh. Oop. Good taking a break from the model. Go again later in the week. You need a mental break. Oh, that makes that easy. Play some games? Hell yeah, what are you playing? Old Man Games, Law Master of Orin, and XCOM? Oh, okay. Why did I say old man games? Old games. I make up words sometimes. I don't think there's really any old man games. I'm just an old man, so too. So have you ever played any of the Super Robot Wars games? Uh, it's like a tactical. You know how I think XCOM. I've never played XCOM, but isn't that where you like move your characters around to like in like the different scenarios? Kind of like that, but with Gundam and other Big Mech anime. Like a love. It's like a strategy turn based. You move your units around. Yeah, yeah. Turn based. You take turns, and there's like a big grid, and you move your characters around, and you do different moves. It's like that. It's that's how the game plays, and they have a whole bunch of different uh, Gundam stuff. I'm not hyping the game to fight because it's difficult. Because I have a weapon that can kill him in one hit. I'm just hyping it because the final fight in Master Mode is cinematic as fuck. Hell yeah, dude. This is a 40k battle sector. I like 40k games. Oh yeah. Okay, so similar style. They announced the new Super Robot Wars um recently, or the next one. What? Oh no. Wait, the Super Robot Wars studio declared bankruptcy, but they just announced the new game. What? Oh no, it's a different studio than what did this one. Thank God. All right, anyways. Yeah, if you like Gundam and stuff, check out Super Robot Wars. Super Robot Wars 30 is the most recent one that came out that's been out for a while on Steam. So I got distracted by that article. I was saying that the studio went bankrupt, but it's a different one than what's coming out with what they're coming out with. It's definitely anime style, so it's not like 3D, but yeah, they have like animated fights if you want to watch them all, or you can just skip them. I don't know if you ever played Advanced Wars or like Final Fantasy Tactics or anything, but it's similar to those. If you like big mechs in anime, like a big mech lover's dream, child. Is this Jack Black? Dennis Theory? Oh, okay. Uh, I thought this was on the radio. Oh yeah, dude. Dude, that's why I would definitely tune into that radio station. All right, I'm going to the gym. I go earlier and feel. You have a 24-hour gym or something? Hey, used to be a fat fuck. Oh yeah, brown. It's like a reddish brown. hard to, yeah. I think it works pretty well. Yeah, I don't know what to call this color. All right. All right. Getting there. It's good. Literally a song. Not, but it's funky. Neat. That. You did it. All right. I just got, I think this is the last red piece over here. Or the dark red. The whole skirt. You thought of using a flat brush? Maybe. I think all mine are too big though. The only thing. I don't think I have one small enough. I mean, this isn't too bad, honestly. It lets me get into small areas easier if I need to. Right. Looking good, thanks, dude. Gonna have a good. Oh, you're gonna call it a night? Have a good one, John Ventura, dude. Sleep well. Catch you later. It's the funky beat. 40 minutes to a Ganon. Hell yeah, dude. Almost that time. Bloop. Coat or two on here. Let the paint dry. At least I don't gotta mix this one up. At least this one's just straight out of the container. I just need to do this part. The rest have shit that goes over top of it, so I'm not too worried. Be alright. I I think part of my problem is I jumped in the deep end when I got back into this over 100 pieces to deal with every model. Well, I mean, I also don't. I probably don't disassemble as much as you do either. Like yours is a whole different ballpark than mine. I feel like in terms of prep and stuff. I mean, some steps are the same, but the actual painting part is different. I mean, I kind of jumped back in randomly. That I wouldn't really say this is the deep end, but I feel like painting your gun plays different ballpark than just building them. I feel a bit burned out some days, and then I look back, look at my backlog. Yeah, I mean that's why I'm trying not to buy too many, because then I'll like never get through them all. Like, who knows if I'll even finish the ones I have. I'm still working on the first one I came back to, technically. I have I have to assume if you weren't streaming, you'd likely be done by now. Yeah, maybe. I just have too many interests. Hey, number one priority always is hitting the gym. Other than that, who knows what'll happen. Wet one. Takes me hours to do all the prep, priming. Consider if I was narrating to an audience, it would take me forever. I mean, I don't know if I do get distracted sometimes on random rants, but I don't know. I could probably narrate what I'm doing more. I'm just more of a chill stream. But it does like, if you take the gym for example, I work out like 5 or 6 days a week, depending on where the rest days land. But like when I'm in there not streaming, it does go a lot faster than when I'm streaming. Getting distracted and talking and saying things. But like, I don't know. Honestly, with the models, I don't even prep anything. I just turn the camera on and I start going and I'm just figuring out. I literally don't really have a plan with the model. I just turn on it and I figure it out on the fly. Like besides like when I had to prime the model off of camera, I don't really do anything. It's just whatever. Just figure it out together. And someone might say, "Oh, did you try this?" And I might try and be like, "Oh, I should have been doing that the whole time." You know? Yeah, I get what you're saying. If you if you wanted to show people your process and you don't want to talk, you could also just take a video and narrate over it. Post that shit up. People love that. Need to paint. What up, Valhalla Bound? How's it going, dude? I learned something new every model so far. Probably what ow probably what I'd have to do since I messed up. Oh yeah, that's true. I hit the chest too hard. I tried to stretch too far and my chest was like, "Whoa, buddy. You want me to cramp up on you?" I'm like, "No, thank you." I'm using this World Bear as red. Straight up. Dylan just finished watching WWE. Hell yeah. I haven't watched WWE in a while. Oh, speaking of WWE, got Mankind. Here we go, man. Have a great night. Have a good one, Walla Walla. Catch you later, dude. Dude, Mrs. Foley's Mama Foley's baby boy. I love the one of my favorite Royal Rumbles is when Dude Love or Mankind goes in there versus like Chainsaw Charlie or whatever. Or no, it's Cactus Jack, and then he comes back as Dude Love, and then he comes back as Mankind. He comes back three different, or he goes in. He comes into the Royal Rumble 3 times. That shit's so good. I think I took too much paint. That's all right. That's all right. That was the WWE nowadays, anyway. I think the last time I watched it was around the time that Enzo and Cass were a thing, joining the main roster. Last time I actually watched it at that era, a while ago. I love. I used to go and just rewatch old matches that they had on the WWE Network. Like I think the second Royal Rumble where freaking Ric Flair came in like as number 2 or something, and he lasted the whole time. Or soap opera, still some solid wrestling, but nicer these. Oh, you mean more PG? Cena turned heel. That's the big thing this WrestleMania. What the hell? I thought he retired from wrestling. Maybe he'll never retire from wrestling. Big John Cena. Did you watch Peacemaker? That shit was hilarious. Even a PG-13 thing going, which is cool. But even when it was our kids were still watching, yeah, because everybody's too sensitive nowadays. We gotta make everything PG. No more random cartoons like Ren and Stimpy popping up for kids to watch when they probably should not have been watching it. You gotta protect the kids, right? Yeah, it's on the watch one about the California lottery. That was a good one. Is John Cena in that one? What is that one? So far, I've liked every Cena movie, but that might be biased because Cena's the man. Oh, Jackpot, I think I watched it on Prime. Huh. So look at that. Is it a comedy? I mean, honestly, John Cena is a pretty good actor. He's hilarious in everything I've seen him in. I think one of my favorite John Cena things is when he was dating fucking what's her face? Nikki Bella. Nikki? Or yeah. Is I think they had the whatever that show was where it was like a reality show for the Bella sisters. And they went to go like I forget what the premise was. Something about she was mad that he always wins at everything, so she was going to challenge him to stuff at like a magic mountain. And I think there was one where they were doing beer pong too, but he comes out and he's like, Deke Stokes in the house. He's playing this like this fratty dude. It was like it when he came out as Deke Stokes a couple times in there. That shit's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, just look up John Cena Deke Stokes. I'm pretty sure that's what his name, what he called himself. It's fucking hilarious. Let me see. Deke Stokes. Yeah, Deke Stokes, I think. Yeah. Oh, Total Divas is what it was called. What up, Demolition Man? What up? I didn't really watch that show, but I one of my friends who I used to watch wrestling with showed me Deke Stokes, and that shit's so funny to me. Yeah, that show was terrible. That's for the girlies, you know. But but it, like my friend, him and his wife both watched like all WWE stuff for the longest time. So I'm sure she probably was watching that one, or I don't know. It probably got around on the internet too. But that you can just look up like a compilation of Deke Stokes. He's fucking hilarious. He's like kicking her ass at beer pong and stuff, and she's getting so pissed off that he's acting like a douchey frat person. But yeah, I didn't watch a single episode of that. But that clip or those clips of him doing that shit, funny, funny. But I mean, I don't really think Nikki Bella was a good wrestler at all. It's like whatever that one chick they brought in that pretty much came in and had like wardrobe malfunctions all the time, so that she would never wrestle. Eva something maybe. I wanna see real wrestling. more rare music. Not gonna guess the game because I get it wrong again. Mine's Mario Kart 64 easy. You think so? Ooh.
Shit fuck damn cocksucker motherfucker bitch tits.
I think we got all out every time. I don't know how to like add it. Sometimes after someone says something, they're like, "Do you want to add this to the allowed list?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I don't know. What you up to, Demolition Man? Uh, Oh, and diabetes. I'm gonna assume that your talk of taking a break from Magic yesterday has subsided, and you're back on the Magic train. By you still messing around with Commander decks. When it comes to women's wrestling, I prefer IYO or Asuka. I don't know who IYO is. Io? Yeah, Asuka's pretty cool. Nikki Bella was, or I mean, not Nikki Bella. Alexa Bliss was interesting usually. I also like to watch I forget what her name was. It was a tiny little thing. The Asian. Not like one of the Japanese wrestlers. Yeah, I saw something pop up about that she came back after her baby. I don't know exactly trying me the bit to play, at least not until these cards come in, but who knows? I think I just have a problem with. Dude, I told you. Remember yesterday when you were like, when you were saying it was pissing you off because he would say, anyone have a response for this? And I didn't know who it was at the time, but I asked you, is that the CEDH friend? And you're like, yeah. Like the first sentence I read of that, I you have to understand that CEDH is a completely different game than normal Commander. And that's literally all CDH is everyone has combos at the ass or are trying to get their combos. So they're like, does this go through? Oh, it's not the CDH guy? What? I thought, are you sure? Then what guy is it? That wasn't the guy that was saying, do you have a response every time? Shit, dude. Oh, Proto is the CDH guy? Oh, well. So does he go try? Does this other guy go try hard? I don't think so. Because saying you have a response every time is like someone trying to combo all the time, dude. Or someone that's tryharding too much. What? Then why is he saying, do you have a response for everything? If he's not tryhard. I don't understand. This is not adding up to my expectations. He's either the Graveyard Overdrive, Precon, now Jessica is one deck he's put together, but this is the same guy who gets mad when we focus him. So he takes the game too seriously is what you're telling me. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense if he's just using precons. Does it just piss you off because he's saying you have a response every time, or is he playing like in a dicky way? Like I did an in-person game on Friday with not Ren Damien and Dremix. That was a fucking riot. I would do that for 24 hours straight if I could. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll stream some in-person ones. I guess playing in a dicky way like he has had lethal on both of us in 2 turns with no creatures, so I don't understand why he's asking if anything resolves. I don't know. Like, usually in a casual game, you're just gonna do some stuff and someone's gonna say, hold on, I got a response for that. Like, does he do it where he like knows he's about to win and he's just like, anyone got a response for this? Any response? Anyone got a response for this? Exactly what he was doing. I spent 20 minutes in a game a few weeks ago telling me that being until a creature hits the battlefield to cast Path to Exile is illegal. while it's not wrong, why would it make a big deal then, you know? What? Figured I had to learn about passing priority by flanking then, I guess. But knowledge is power, so that's cool. What? What do you mean cast it waiting until a creature hits the battlefield to cast Path of Exile is illegal? Does he know what Path of Exile does? You can't cast it until the creature's on the battlefield. So his point was you have to either cast it on the stat. Or wait for a priority to pass during a phase change. Anytime. I'm sorry, but Path of Exile is a instant. You can cast it anytime you want. In response to anything. Or just, what do you... Yeah, but you can only cast it when you have priority, no? Priority doesn't matter? What priority? What priority? What priority, dude? What do you... Priority only matters in responses, dude. What stack? Why on the stack? On the what stack? The stack is created when you start a spell. If it was a counter spell, yeah. If there's any responses, I figured at the time I could cast a counter spell on the stack. Yeah, but Path of Exile is not a counter spell. Path of... I'm sorry, but you can cast it an instant whenever the fuck you want, if the conditions are met. That makes literally no sense. Like, priority is if there is a stack. So let's say let's hypothetically say he cast a creature spell and you have a Path of Exile and you know someone wants to counter it. You got technically, if we're playing by the correct rules, what happens if there's 4 people is you cast a creature and you would go any responses person next turn order, next turn order, next turn order. Okay, no responses, done. Or you go, you have a response? No. You? Oh, you're going to counter it? Okay. And then the priority goes, is this person going to do anything else? Are you going to counter my counter? Are you going to counter my counter? Are you going to counter my counter? No, then it resolves. And then a brand new stack, when you cast a new spell, would be Path of Exile. Path of Exile has nothing to do with anything. You can cast it whenever you want. So from my notes, Path to Exile does not get cast here, right? Because I can't target the creature. Yeah, it needs to resolve. It's not on the... It doesn't go on the stack. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know... Do you... I don't think I don't think you understand how many times there have been over the years of playing with me and my friends. We've run into situations where you got to discuss the stack and stuff. You you know how crazy that would be if you could only do it when the phase shifts? Unless the scenario was slightly different. But like meter was cast, I waited for it to resolve, and I tried to path to exile it. Let me see. Uh, unless a spell or ability is instructing a player to take an action, which player can take actions at any given time is determined by a system of priority. The player with the priority may cast spells, activate abilities, and take special actions. 117.1a. A player may cast an instant spell anytime they have priority. Well, that doesn't really. Uh, this whole. Which player has priority is determined by the following rules. The active player receives priority at the beginning of most steps and phases. After any turn-based actions such as drawing a card during the draw step have been dealt with, and abilities that trigger at the beginning of that phase or step have been put on the stack, no player received priority during the untap step. Players usually don't get priority during the cleanup step. The active player receives priority after a spell or ability other than a mana ability resolves. If a player has priority when they cast a spell, activate an ability, or take a special action, that player receives priority afterward. Player has priority and chooses not to take any actions, that player passes. If any mana is in that player's mana pool, they announce what mana is there, and the next player in turn order. If all players pass in succession, the spell or ability on top of the stack resolves, or if the stack is empty, the phase or step ends. It doesn't make any sense. That So I do need priority. See, this shit had me heated. Like we never made us think about it until just then. So I'm seeing that the player who casts a spell on their turn holds priority. Well, whoever casts any spell holds priority. And that if I were to path the exile, it would have to be during the next priority pass, which would be during the next spell resolution or Um, did he do anything after he cast his commander? Yeah. Like, so technically they're right, but like, there's never going to be a time in the game when that matters. Like, there may be one scenario out of a bajillion where that might matter. But if you're wondering how things usually go, why a lot of people do like at the end of your turn or whatever, or in response to you tapping that land for mana. I mean, if they cast something else afterwards and the commander benefits from spells being cast that matter. Well, so that would be like you would do in response. Like any instant or anything, just wait for something to happen. If it's a counter, you can counter right away. If you're gonna path to exile it, just wait until the end of their turn or wait until they play something else. Yeah, just yours would resolve first. If there's a cast one. If it's to enter the battlefield, no. Like it doesn't, like, literally what you just said makes zero sense or rhyme or like it doesn't matter. If someone was making a big stink about that, they were just picking a fight just to pick a fight. Like there is literally no, like, unless you're like super anal about every single rule out there, like it doesn't matter. Doesn't, I don't know. Dude, if someone was like that all the time when I play with them, I'd be like, bruh, I can't play with you anymore, dude. Like, you want to hold my dick while I piss too? Is that what you want? Oh, so he's being a little whiner loose. The only cast trigger is, yeah. Yeah, I mean sometimes there's interactions like not even like crazy interaction. Like there's sometimes there's interaction between cars. You're like, how's that work? And then someone's like, I don't know. Let's find out. And then you'll learn together. Or someone will be like, I think this works, and you're like, I don't know. But yeah, whoever that was being a little whiner baby. I play chili DH, so I don't get too hung up on uh nuances like that. It's here for a good time. Like that scene in The Big Lebowski when he's like, "Am I wrong, dude? Am I wrong?" You know, Walter, you're not wrong. You're just an asshole. Does that guy not like you or something? You guys have like a little scuff between you guys? Or is that just how he is? Anywhere, everywhere else, we together, Destiny, Path of X, uses of key to making paint smooth, thin coating. Uh, yes, I think. I'm no expert here. This is my first one that I'm hand painting, but it's definitely it, as you can see, I got my hand painted a lot, but you gotta like get the right consistency, not like too thick, not too watery. But it definitely takes multiple coats depending on the area. So it's about getting the right mix of water and paint. But if you put it on too thick, you get things like this is my tester spoon testing colors when I was mixed them. You get like these globby things. So sometimes I make it too thin and I got to do extra coats, but like I kind of was I tested some things out, they didn't really work, so I kind of just ended up doing a solid color all the way around. But if you look at some of these, there's definitely like some brush strokes and like it's not like fully covered, but I kind of reserve uh sign of the fact that I'm gonna have some of that. It kind of adds like a rustic, weathered-ish look. I'm trying. This definitely needs a little bit more coats, but this is gonna be the last piece, like brownish trying my best. But fun. It's a fun process. But that's that way you can feel like the moisture and stuff and kind of get a feel for what works best for what you're doing. I don't really have like a pro, not a pro at this. I don't really have like this is what it should feel like. It's just kind of you gotta test some things out and then just kind of remember the feel. Definitely takes multiple coats. May want to rush and do too thick, but then it'll look like poop. How you doing, Jason? AIDS? Oh, Jason, how you doing? Also, I'm not the best at it, but you gotta keep your brush moisture that starts like kind of coming apart and fraying a little bit. Learned. Need more brush strokes. All right. Also, I tend to kind of go like one time I'll go up and down, next time I'll try to go opposite whatever I did the time before, and I think that helps a little bit too. Not necessarily every single time I put another layer on, but try to do that as well. Whether it actually helps or not, don't know. Oop. Deep focus here. I don't know why I went into some deep focus mode, but I'm pranking it. Start to dry up here. All the way around. Boom. Good man, yeah. Got that last name. It's a tough one. Playing Star Wars Legion. Get good. They you know, it's practice. What is Star Wars Legion? Oh, they're like Star Wars Warhammer. They're cool. The crab droid. Yeah, I haven't done miniatures in a while either. But I decided to get back into gunpla. That'd be his Temple of Time, dude. But yeah, it's I don't know. I feel like I gotta use a lot more paint because these are bigger models, but um I was thinking about using like this, like they got the oils. I'm using the Citadel colors, but whatever. But the like more liquidy stuff that's supposed to help you shade, but I didn't end up using it. But yeah, at least from what I've learned from painting all this is if I'm gonna make a custom color, I gotta make a whole bunch and put it in like a tube or something, so I don't have to keep mixing it every time. That's what I do for all these. And don't be afraid to use multiple coats. Just got it. Honestly, with miniatures, you'll probably, if you get the consistency down, you'll probably have less trouble with brush strokes. I would just on miniatures, you just got to keep your brush moist so you have the like tip, because as it dries out, it'll fray up, and it doesn't matter too much on these big pieces, but the tiny ones. When I used to do Warhammers, you want that point a lot, so once it starts to not be a point anymore, you gotta get some more water. But I'm no like I said, I'm no expert. I haven't painted in a while, so I was trying some weird stippling and dry brush thing, and it wasn't really working out for me. So I taught myself to doing solid colors here. Pretty good. Yeah. Another one here. Most of this is looking pretty good though. A couple of places. I'm not gonna worry too much about the inside skirt. I'm gonna put probably another coat so in there. But it's gonna be shadowy anyway, so no one's really gonna see it. And there's gonna be legs sticking in there. Oh, question. I just bought a wet palette. How the heck do you set it up? Soak the thing water off? Love to see how to set it up. Uh, I don't really have I don't really have anywhere to do the water stuff right now, but basically every time I start, like I got this red grass one because I heard it was real good. So, um, but basically the little sponge in there, I just run it under the faucet till it absorbs a whole bunch of water. Takes like 30 seconds to a minute because I don't know, it absorbs it slow, but then I just wring it out and put it in this plastic thing that or the well, I guess I moved the camera since I started, so can't really see it. But The plastic thing, I just stick the sponge. I lay the sponge in there, and then this one says do 100 and around 107 milliliters of water, and I have a scale, so I just do 107 milliliters of water. I just pour it in there from a measuring cup, but realistically, it's until like you get a little bit of water on top of the sponge, and then you just set this on there and kind of wait for it to like, yeah, yeah. I think if you put water, if you don't wet the sponge first, or get it like moist, it's gonna it's gonna absorb more water than you want it to. So I just get it wet, wring it out. I don't like try to get every single drop of water out, but just wring it out. Like on this one, I can like squeeze it in my fist, and then I just put it in there, and then I pour the water in over top of it, and then I put the wet palette thing on top of that. But you just kind of try to line up, put it down, and then the edges will curl up, and you can just, if you let it sit there, they'll eventually go back down. Okay, there are way more baddies at the gym in this hour. This is sick. Hey, you just gotta find the right times, Ambush. But you're there to work out, not to look at baddies. But yeah, pretty much wet it under under this faucet, wring it out, put it in the container with water. Pretty much it. It's actually not too hard, but that's the steps. Nothing complicated. Did you? What one did you get? Did you get one of the red grass ones? Oh, it was a talented multitasker. Yeah, I mean, I had to learn some stuff on my own, so any questions I can answer. Will they always be the correct answer? I don't know, but at least for my personal experience and what I'm doing, also if you're if you haven't painted really and you want to practice like working on consistency or like the consistency of the water to paint ratio, spoons are your best friend. I tested on those a lot before I started painting. As you can prime it, and you got a painting surface that's similar plastic to what you're probably painting on. squeaked out the hack squat with an extra 5 pounds on it on all 3 sets. Hell yeah, dude. Do you, if you have in your mind, oh, this is so heavy, I'm not gonna do it. When you're finally like, yeah, let me stick on 5 more pounds, see how it goes, and you do it, you're like, man, I've been bitching out this whole time. Happens all the time. You're probably just trying to show off for the baddies, dude. Ten eight eight, hell yeah. That's good. Solid numbers. Boop. We're dead after number 6 on the last one, yeah. Watching while I lie lifeless on this leg curl machine. What? You're still at the gym, dude? You want me to give you some motivation, dude? Is that a yes? You want some motivation? You want me to give you the motivation I use in the gym? There's two modes that I'm in at the gym. I'm in one of 2 modes. And the 2 modes at the gym for motivation are either um well yeah, I say lightweight baby all the time. But it's either monster mode or beast mode where I'm like today I'm gonna lift this fucking weight. We're gonna be a beast today. I'm gonna come in here and be an absolute monster and lift this heavy ass weight. Or the other one is, don't be a fucking pussy, lift that weight. Lift the weight, don't be a fucking pussy, dude, get that weight off the ground. Yeah, when you dude, I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm doing squats, dude. Be doing squats tomorrow. That's me telling myself to get the weight up so I don't die, you know? Oh, oh man. DK Donkey Kong. Yo, Ikra, which of these three should I throw in this vehicle deck to shuffle my graveyard back into my deck? Midnight Clock, Finale, Revelation, or Days Undoing? Uh, I don't know all those off the top of my head. I'll have to look here in a sec. Donkey Kong. I have a ton of draw two, discard one effects. Draw one, discard one. Clock is a mana rock that forced me to shuffle it in 3 rounds later. Revelation is 12 mana to get the full effect. Why do you just shuffle it back into your deck? Don't you have recursion? How much are you gonna what? It's 100 cards. That'd be good. I forgot about the jetpack. Do you have ramp for finale? It looks pretty good. Lots. I mean, you might be okay with finale. Possibly. In all the pictures, this was like more red. I have to do those silver. I just paint it all red and then do silver over top for the. It was like a bright. It's a bright red in all the pictures I saw. This is what I use, just mixed with white for the other color. So could do that. Uh, I finished the backpack in that time. I think if I do the silver next, I need to do silver next time anyway. So yeah, clean off this brush. I'm gonna try just doing this red. I don't need a crap ton because I'm just doing this backpack, but jetpack, whatever this is. I might just do the bright red. Kind of like all the pictures I saw was. I think one dollop will do probably. A little bit of water in there. Might be okay. I'll be careful of getting it on the tube. Maybe a little too red right off the, or too wet right off the bat, but whatever. Be alright. Be a little careful here. Home. Bright red backpack. Only slightly redder than the other one. Like I said, the other red is this red mixed with white. A bit more pinkish. Be like a subtle difference, I think. Just like on the pictures I was pulling up from the anime. Getting these layers built up. I wonder if I could pop that out without breaking anything. Well, I don't think so because I think part of it is attached to the rest of this. Maybe I will do this all silver, like here, and those. Maybe I won't worry about if I get some red there. Maybe that's what I'll do. Change my mind on the fly. But to be more careful when we get to the silver, though. Try not to break it. Boop. Boop. Alright, we're getting there. Getting there slowly but surely. I'm just gonna leave these inner parts for silver, I think. Like a shed. That'll look cooler. Get them red with the rest of it. Leave them. Alright. Oop. Edges too. Will that get piece out without ruining everything? DLC for David Diver, that's a Yakuza, like a dragon came in. Yeah, I saw that. I must put that in the Discord. That game at some point. All the DLC. Alright. Probably can't tell, but it's like slightly different color. But I'm not even, I don't know. Good, I think. Good enough. Serves the purpose I was looking for. Alright. Layer on the top and bottom and sides. The main face of it on the back is pretty good. Alright. Do the other part silver. That'll be alright. I'll just try to get all silver inside there, which I have to go back with red touch up, but I'm just using the base red, so be okay. Change our mind in the middle of it, which is fine. Change our mind whenever we want. Just paint over things. Easy. Camera's kind of still ass. You'll find a better camera setup for this. All right. Well, it's midnight. Gotta go to bed. But we'll just let the Zaku chill until next model Monday. Probably going with the silver and the black. I think is all that's left. Make the little eyeball with some pink. I think the guns are pretty much going to just stay black. Not going to do anything fancy on those. Maybe just paint the bazooka eye, like the little, what do you call it? Sight on it, pink in the inside, but just getting down to the nitty gritty details. But the main colors are done. That's cool. But I'm gonna head off. I'll be back tomorrow. Play more Subnautica. Back to the Subnautica train. But for now, I gotta go clean up. But I appreciate everyone for stopping by and everyone that's still here. You guys have yourself a good night and a rest of your day. I will catch you guys tomorrow. But until then, peace.